Hello, welcome back. Thaumaturgy is done, hooray. We'll get some alteration now. Research it'll be a long time to hit 9, but maybe we'll get there. Did some summons, did some site searching, saw some battles then, some AI Sauros shenanigans. We moved into Arnberg with our released ones as well. Nothing else out of the ordinary. Blue Water, we lost some tax. And some people left Alman, unfortunately. And Throne of Misfortune is still spreading misfortune. Caught some scouts, did some patrolling, and that's it for messages. Going to attack TNN this turn. I'll start underwater though. So I saw TNN talking on the public Discord. Apparently they were the ones who dispelled Sea of Ice. And apparently the reason they dispelled it is because they had a bunch of water mages trapped underwater. I guess this is what remains of them. So I'm going to just retreat for a turn. I'm bringing over some more water mages. I'll give out some more water elementals. I think there might be multiple water mages here with water gems. So I don't want to lose the water elemental spam battle. So Blue Water is also a choke, and it also has pretty decent PD. It's got Triton Troopers. So we could defend here if we have to, but I just want to see if this moves at us or not. I'm bringing a bunch of water gems with us, so we can distribute those next turn. Yeah, but I'm just checking it out for a second. Kind of annoying. It'd be kind of annoying if this dies, because then this can just march and start taking these provinces off us. So I'll just be a bit cautious. Tianchi has moved off our border though. I mean, it's possible they were trying to get underwater as well. But Sea of Ice remaining up has put them off. But yeah, they've vanished from what we can see now. They used to have like giant stacks around here, they're all just gone. So I'm assuming they're going to go after these thrones. That would be my guess anyway. Makes more sense. Over here, still just moving stuff sort of upwards. We have a few things travelling out from the cap still. And the Bane Lords as well are about to arrive in Obulsion, which is nice. And this one red arrow that's hitting God's Tomb is the vampire from a while ago. I just gave him a lightning spear and a storm spell. If there's nothing but some PD here, he might take that. That would be nice. Other than that, the big move this turn is just heading into Sefekti. And there's nothing else really happening in the rest of the nation. I'm not really doing any summons or forging this turn. I had to do a lot of alchemy to make sure we had gems for these armies. But we have the released ones going into Fennica next. And Obulsion, I'm having my god cast Arouse Hunger. So we're casting Arouse Hunger at Sefekti. If we're lucky, we'll take that province during the ritual phase with the ghouls. And that means TNN won't be able to see our army. If we're unlucky, the ghouls will not take it and we will reveal our army. Which looks like this. So, we have blocks of fast stuff up here. That lizard should not be placed there. Okay, there's a few lizards stuck in the corner. They shouldn't have been there. They should have opened in the middle. Okay, there's fast stuff up in the corner. So Chithronic Lions and Long Dead Horsemen up in the corner, set to attack rear. Right at the back we have a giant block of Cave Grubs. And then down at the bottom we have a bunch of different flavours of Archer. So we got the Pygmies, the Skeletal Archers, and then we've also got the Mannequins and Mandragoras in front of them as well. Right at the front we've got the Dusty Warrior guys, and everything else is just in a block in the middle. And that's Sacreds and statues, and lots of dudes on bodyguard duty. The Rhino Warriors. And if I just scroll through the units you can see all the units we're rocking. Not a huge army, but there are a lot of archers. Like 150 different types of archer. And our front line is quite a few Sacreds. We've got like, there's 16 Sacreds there, another 16 there. Plus all the Chithronic Lions and Long Dead Horses. And then we've got a few Dust Warriors in the front as well. So it's not too bad, but it's not like amazing by any stretch. As for the spells that we're scripted to do, it's split up into, there's the Communion, which is mostly just putting up Fog Warriors and then Wind Guide. So that's made up of these 3 masters, and then the rest of the guys are just on slave duty. I think there's about 12 slaves. So it's a bit top heavy, because these are going to be spamming some big spells, but I think it'll be okay. Delia's going to do Fog Warriors, Wind Guard, and then just be firing. Milcom is just propagating buffs through the communion. So personal regen, LE fortitude, and so on. Penelia's job is to put protection from lightning into the communion, and then do arrow fend, and maybe cast Enslaved Mind a few times. That should be okay. There are some other nice air buffs, but I think that's all we really need, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. Then we got some other assorted big mages, all just stood in the block in the middle. They're doing mostly just buffs and battlefield enchantments. So we got some death mages putting up Rigor Mortis, Life After Death is in here as well somewhere. Yeah, Life After Death, and also Darkness. So we got 3 kind of big death mages geared out like this. Got their natural shock protection, some reinvigoration, and a death booster, doing those 3. We also have some earth mages, laying down lots of marble warriors to give natural protection, but not shock vulnerability. And a couple more earth mages doing Legions of Steel, and Strength of Giants. And there should also be an earth mage doing some lightning resistance as well, yeah. So spamming some lightning resistance. And lastly, we have nature mages as well, doing relief and Serpent's Blessing. That's reinvigoration and poison resistance. Fire mage as well, doing Phoenix Power. That gave us some items to give her cold resistance, since here's the Skull of Fire. And I think that's it for big spells. Everyone else just starts doing Horde of Skeletons when they're finished. We've got these guys down here just doing Fireball spam. Something a little bit different. They're slightly separate because they have the heat aura. And we have Red Salt here, who's been given quite a few items. You can go charge in and do some melee as well. He might be quite effective. Best of luck to him. So that's how the army looks. At the moment, some things are just unscripted. I think that's fine though. I think just have I might have these guys on hold and fire archers. These guys can just attack. Yeah, that seems fine though. Lastly, we have a couple of just smaller mages who just do resist lightning on themselves and then do Horde of Skeleton spam. So that's rolling into Sofekti. Hopefully we don't actually see a battle next turn though. Hopefully the ghouls just take it. And we'll be sat here without TNN having seen the army yet. My god is just on standby at the moment. He can now do Soul Drain, which I think will be pretty good. And he's got the Ring of Returning. I don't think he can use the Ring of Returning and do Soul Drain though. Because I'm pretty sure Soul Drain is going to be so fatigue heavy that it hurts him when he casts it. Which will then just immediately send him home. So, for now he's got the Ring of Returning, but I think what I'm going to try and do is we'll try and see what we can teleport him into before we actually teleport him anywhere. I'm not going to use him aggressively. I don't want to like reveal him. He can just sit around waiting for a good opportunity to land on an army. Or potentially storm forts on his own as well. Might be pretty good. We could have the army march in, crack open the fort, bring the god over, and the god walks in while the army marches off to the next throne. That might be a bit optimistic. I'm not sure exactly how powerful this guy's going to be, but I have a feeling he'll be pretty hard to kill. You could probably get magic dueled if you had like a lot of astral mages and got a bit lucky. Besides that, I mean, 31 magic resistance is going to be hard to deal with. I think maybe banishes in blood don't require a magic resistance check, is that correct? Infernal Prison? Yeah. But he's just on standby now. We'll wait until we see a good opportunity to deploy him. Yeah, didn't have any gems left this turn to really do anything. I'm saving up Fire and Earth for the hidden spells. Everything else just got alchemized into gems to give to the army. We are stretched quite thin. You can only really do the death spells once, and then we run out of death gems, unfortunately. We've got a bit more latitude with some of the other ones, but not a lot. I'm hoping we only really use this army once before we can recharge the gems in a lab. But that's basically it for this turn. I am getting down 3 temples this turn. I sort of prioritized them, so 1 in Amphalia, 1 in Summerlands, and 1 in Moonsea. Would be nice to extinguish some of this Dominion a bit. We are pushing it in, so Koenig is up to 2 white, Sofekti is up to 1 white. The actual throne is still, what is this, Dominion 8 though? Enemy Dominion. Would be nice to squeeze some of that out, so we can Be a bit more confident about sending our god in. Doesn't matter too much though, because he'll carry his hit points on the turn and he doesn't have regen anyway, so being an enemy Dominion doesn't affect much other than losing the blast, but even so. Nice if you're stuck in enemy territory if there's not much Dominion there. Yep, that's the turn though. That was turn 69. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. We did Arouse Hunger and Chthonic Lions, and then there was a battle in Sofekti. So threw some ghouls at the PD. Not much here. Just some crystals. Is this the commander? You gonna rout now? No. Oh, maybe that was actually. Oh, that's pretty funny. Was that the only commander? That's so funny. That's like an awful... That's such an awful PD composition then for them. Commander just runs forward and dies immediately, and that's that. That's so funny. Yes, the ghouls took that province, which is nice, so we moved into it and didn't reveal our army to TNN. Tianxi, surely this one will last, is the new prophet. Battle then in God's Two Mountains. Sent in my vampire. Oh, this is an interesting bit of terrain. I don't think this goes very well. I think he just dies immediately. Oh, not immediately. He's okay for a while. Bit unlucky. Maybe he would have been better with just his lifesteal attack, I don't know. Bit disappointed. He was basically ungeared though. We also took control of Fenica. Our forces met no resistance. That is this province where our underneath guys entered last turn. So that's fine. Also a battle in Machaka, special. This is... Wild Hunt killed the commander that we just recruited this turn. So yeah, a bit unfortunate. It happens though. And we spied a battle in Mag, finally between Tianxi and Mictlan. So Tianxi has sent all the Dusk Walkers to go and attack Mictlan finally. Which is good. Suggests they are not going to attack us. So at the moment we're just putting a fortress under siege, so not much to see. But here's the report anyway. Yeah, that is a lot of hidden in sands. So the fortress that is under siege is this one. So I assume both of those thrones are going to be under threat though. If this is Mictlan's, I assume it is. Do you have two thrones? Yeah, I assume that's those two thrones. But we can at least see this one because we've got a scout here, so that's nice. Eventsland Arnbeg, more demons have manifested, so we got attacked by spine devils in that one. That's this province. Fortunately, our Bane Lords are right nearby, so they can go and clean that up. But yeah, spine devils look like this. Some short range poisonous claws. I think the Bane Lords will be okay against them though. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Polgrave also, we have an Ill Omen, Famine in Blue Desert, and some Urgems in Machaka. And what's this one? Oh, yeah, Spine Devils also attacked Kalem as well. Yeah, lots of demon-related sort of events in this game, huh? How strange. That's it for messages, though. Pretty simple turn, this one, then. So, 2 red arrows here. Just priests moving down. In case we can get some more temples down next turn, would be nice. And same here, too. Just, you know, trying to get the temples up. Did we hit Dominion 11 yet? We did! That's pretty good. We just zeroed out Sofekti, though. I guess all the Buddhas sucked the Dominion out of it. But yeah, hopefully we can push some Dominion into TNN. That would be nice. Over here, I'm going to move these guys back into Embracer now. We have some water mages. They've been given the water gems that we could give them. And so we now have a guy doing friendly currents. We have a guy who's been given all the water stuff, just spamming water rallies every turn. And then we have a final guy who's going to put up School of Sharks, and then try to do water rallies every turn. Oh, actually, that is not what I thought it was. Oh, I thought that was Shark Attack. We don't have Shark Attack yet. It's at Conjuration 6. Damn, do we really not have Conjuration 6? That is surprising. Yeah, I thought it was this one. Whoops. Is casting School of Sharks worth it? It's 100 fatigue is the thing, and we could just summon another Water Rally for 100 fatigue. So do we want 10 sharks? Because there's an outside chance that they might arrive behind enemy lines and kill a troll. Seems unlikely, actually. It's easy to cast though, it's only water 2, right? Yeah. So with water power he'll be water 4. Maybe he'll use an extra gem. Alright, we'll do one cast of sharks anyway. And then do water rally spam. Besides that, we've got the whites and the shades and a couple of units. And I put the PD here up to 40, so there's more sharks there as well. So if this moves in, I guess we'll fight it next turn and see what happens. It would be nice to not have to worry about this little squad walking at us. Cataclysm is now 3 months away. That just leaves the main sort of thrust. In Smotherdock, we are doing Hidden Underneath again this turn. And we have enough Earth Gem income, we can do it again next turn as well. We'll just need to alchemize 2 Earth Gems. So that's pretty good. And the current Hidden Underneath guys we have are just going to go to Gintmark next. So, still set up the same. Push them in. Main stack is going to move on to Silver Grove. And there is the ghouls that we just summoned this turn with Arouse Hunger. They're going to attack God's Two Mountains. See if they fare any better than the vampire. Who knows? My god in Abulsion is going to cast Arouse Hunger again on Silver Grove. So same thing, we'll see if we can put it under siege without them seeing the army. And next turn, I guess I'll storm this with a scout and see what's in there. And at the same time I'll teleport my god over as well. And we'll see whether it's better to storm with my god or with the army. And then we need to immediately go after another throne. It's either this one, which is pretty close to Kellam's Cap, but it's only a palisades and probably quite empty. Or it's this one, which looks like it's a lot better developed because there's a citadel on it. But it could be packed full of Glamored stuff and we wouldn't know. Or this one, which has been claimed for the whole game, probably very well developed, but is much further from Kellam's capital, so it'd be hard for him to reinforce it if he's struggling to get stuff down here. But one of those is going to have to get attacked next, so we'll decide at the time, I suppose. For now, though, no changes in this script or anything. And yeah, Banelords are going to attack Armbeg next, so we'll see if these guys can take care of the Spine Devils. They're poison resistant, and they should have a pretty easy time repelling these guys, right? Because they have Link 0 and they attack 12. I don't really know how that stuff works, though, to be honest. Who knows? We could end up losing. But we'll give it a shot anyway. And that currently is it for this turn. I'm not doing much recruitment now, but just making sure I get 2 Buddhas a turn out of these throne forts, and that's about it. And still summoning Chithronic Lions in each of these forts every turn. And I'm now also trying to forge Storm Spools, Boots of the Messenger, and Coral Blades every turn as well. That's the position we're in. So that was turn 70. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.